InkSpired to InkSpire.
Alright guys, it's InkSpired to InkSpire. I am your host, Ink Surgeon, and we're there with Leway Tattoos, and this is our first official interview geared towards the mission of the channel. So me and Leway have been like friends for a long while, but I still don't know a lot of stuff about him. And he's been y'all tattoo artist for so long, a lot of y'all, and y'all still don't know a lot about Leway. So today we gonna get to know Leway Tattoos.
For sure. Big up.
Well, go on, bro.
Man, chilling, man. Chilling, man.
All right, so we gonna go from the actual beginning. Like,
Right.
where are you from? Family structure and things like that.
All right. All right. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself again to the people. My name is Leway Tattoos. Also known, my real name is Leroy, you know. Background, I'm from Sierra Leone, you know, West Africa. A lot of you guys know that's the land for blood diamond, you know, like Kanye West said, you know, diamonds are forever. So yeah, I'm back from there. You know, I grew up there, came here when I was 18. Yeah, so mom is here. My dad passed away in 2018. So yeah.
So your mom was always here while you was.
Yeah, my mom left.
Were you in Sierra Leone or?
Yeah, I was in Sierra Leone when my mom was
So
here.
you came here.
I
when
came
you was-
here when I was 18.
Okay. So how about like schooling? You went to school in
Yes,
Sierra Leone?
I went to school in Sierra Leone my whole entire life. You know, went to first grade, whatever they call it over there, till college. I was actually 17 when I graduated to go to college. By then, that's when my mom sent for us, so I could like really go to college in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
So when I got here, that's when I started going to college.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where did like the passion or the interest in art develop? Was it like from a tender age, or was it like more like when you got to America and saw certain stuff?
Yeah, man. This was back then. You know, since I was a little kid, I've been always drawing. Have a little pencil in my hand. You know, sketching stick figures. Also, at one point in time, I used to have people around me that draw, so they would give me like little paper. I'll try to imitate what they're doing. You know, so been a long time. My dad used to have businesses as well, so when they need somebody to paint or somebody to do drawings, I'll always volunteer to be the one to do it. So
Okay.
art has been part of my life, you know, since I was a kid.
Okay. So you say you did most of your younger schooling back in Sierra Leone.
Correct.
I can't say Sierra Leone
I
to save
understand,
my
you
life.
know.
But yeah, you did most of your schooling back home.
Yeah,
And then in that time in life, back home,
correct.
what were you inspiring to be as a young Leroy?
So young Leroy at that time, really, to be honest, don't know what he wanted to do. You know, back home in Sierra Leone, because of a lot of chaos that's going on, the poverty, the war, and all that, a lot of young people like myself was just going to school just to have something tangible. So when you're grown, you're like, okay, I have a secure job.
Right.
So a lot of kids that I know, like myself, were going to the commercial, you know, courses, because once you get out of school, you go into banks.
Right.
You work for the banks, and to us, that was like a pretty solid job.
Right,
You know,
like
you-
the prize job.
Yeah, like
in the
you
country.
wake up in the morning 9 to 5, you go to the bank,
Right.
you know, you're doing bank statements, you know, taking money. That's a good job for you. Not so into science back then, you know, because it's a lot of work after you're done with school for you to find like an actual job. So a lot of people were diverting to like the easy route, which was the commercial part of it, the economic part of it. So growing back, I didn't really have any passion for anything, but just to find a way that I can sustain myself, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, did you work any 9 to 5 at all during that?
Nah.
Years.
No 9 to 5.
No 9 to 5 at all.
My dad pretty much was taking care of everything for me, you know. I grew up with a lifestyle where your parents pretty much take care of you to a certain age. So back home where I came from, right? There's not necessarily a certain age for you to get out of the house. Your parents can take care of you as long as they want, but you can still work and make your money until probably when you get married, you move into your house, and the parents will still try to help you out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So no 9 to 5.
No 9
back
to
then.
5 for me, man.
All right, so migrating. You said you migrated to the States at 18.
Yeah.
What were some like culture shocks like coming to America? Like
Man.
things that were like here in America that you were like, damn, it's not like this at home. Like,
Man, I'm gonna tell the camera straight. America is disrespectful. There is no type of respect in America, man. You know, when you came from a country that is so into respect for their elders,
Right.
and then you came to America and you see how everything was going, that was a shock to me because when I get into school, remember I told you I was supposed to go to college.
Right.
But the American system dropped me back to 11th grade, so I have to go back to school. So everything that they were teaching in 11th grade, I already did it.
Right.
Right. But the way this
But
kid,
basically, they like fuck off with your education. What
Right,
you learned
we want-
in your
we
country.
want
You gotta
ours.
requalify
so pretty much everything they were teaching me,
here. Yeah.
I go to school and I just write it down and go to sleep. So I'm sleeping pretty much half of the time at the school, you know. But the way the American kids were talking to like teachers, and to me was shocking, man. Cause you can talk to a teacher like that, and where I'm from, you get smacked, you get beat, and then when you get beat, when you get home, right, and your parents found out that this is what you did, you disrespect the teacher, they bring you right back to the school, and they beat you in front of everybody else. So your own friends will see you getting beat for
Right.
disrespecting a teacher.
Right.
Same thing with the street. You know, if an elderly person is talking to you and you
Right.
disrespect them, they'll beat the crap out of you, and then they'll take you to your family, and you don't even want your dad or your mom to know that you disrespect somebody. Over here, it was like, fuck off, man, who the hell you are, you know? So I'm like,
Kids here are telling their mom like, "I'll call the cops on you." Like,
man, what?
yeah,
And my mom,
definitely.
African, you know, I remember one of my sister pulled that trick, like, oh yeah, I'll call. It was like, yeah, call the cops. They will meet your dead body over there, and I'll wait for them. And you know, African parents don't play that.
Right.
Man, but for me, it was like where
So-
I grew up from, respect is key, right? And then coming here,
And then
and then you seeing
people just free
people
to do
just
whatever, say
and
whatever.
then disrespectful
Right.
was like, what the hell?
All right, so coming to America, did you go like straight into tattooing, or was it like a couple steps that you needed to take before you actually found the interest for tattoos?
Yeah, when I came to America I went to school, you know, went to college. I also worked as a security, but before working as a security, I actually joined the military. So I was in the military for 8 years. I was in the Army for 8 years. I found out through my military, I don't like, you know, somebody holding me.
Telling
I like
you what to do.
Yeah, telling me what to do. I like the freedom. So when I left the military, I started working for Suburban Hospital as a security.
Okay.
Right. That was a good job, you know, because I was getting paid good. But still, I was still finding myself. A lot of people have been telling me about my art, like, hey, you know how to draw, you're good at it. You know, you should be a tattoo artist. And I always look at it in the corner. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just go get them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not really into it because I never put a thought to it.
Right.
What actually inspired me was InkMaster.
Me and you.
InkMaster.
But I
InkMaster.
don't think it was actually InkMaster for me. It was Tattoo Nightmares back then.
Oh,
it
for
was
real?
a thing called Tattoo
Yes, I
Nightmares.
know about that one too.
Right.
But for me, it was InkMaster that inspired me because the season I was watching, I remember it vividly. There was this guy called Tim, right? Tim was a good tattoo artist, but he was doing rookie mistakes. Mind you, you're watching InkMaster for so long, you think you're a tattoo artist.
Right.
You know, so he was doing rookie mistakes, like how he put the stencil, his line work. So one day I got pissed off, man. I was like just pissed off, and I was like, I think I can do better than you. I'm a tattoo better than you. You know what? You know, I was sitting down there, you know, and I was buying all this stuff. Like at that time, my girlfriend was telling me also as well, like, hey, you should get into tattooing, but I never paid attention to nobody. But Ink Master that day kind of like inspired me, and I stopped buying stuff. I was in an apartment at that time when I started tattooing. You know, everything came in. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to do this.
Right.
Man, I did my first line. That shit was ass.
You moving too fast. You
My
getting
bad,
into
my
my
bad,
questions
my
now.
bad, my
You getting
bad.
into my
My bad.
questions
I
now.
apologize,
So
I
yeah,
apologize.
I was about to ask both of that you just
Okay.
asked. But anyways, how did like working a 9 to 5 shape your perspective or experience now as a tattoo artist, your mindset?
9 to 5 actually gave me a structure
Right.
because you have a set time to be there,
Right.
right? And also, 9 to 5, with the type of 9 to 5 I was working, which was security, and I was mostly on the behavioral health. It also helps me for me to be patient with people.
Right.
How to
Customer
talk to them,
service.
customer service. Because you have these kids that coming in there mentally disturbed, and you have to find a way to talk to them
Right.
and be around them so you don't antagonize them or agitate them. So you know, there's certain things you say that will just blow up, and you can blow up too.
Right.
You just sit down there and be like, I get what you're going through, you know, I got you. So it kind of helped me, like when I got into the tattoo world, realizing how clients behave. So I gotta chill too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, so you skipped all my questions and got into how you got into tattooing. Like, what
Right.
was the driving force that told you, like, all right, this is what I want to do? So, getting into it, you buying your first tattoo machine and everything, and you've made up your mind that this is what you want to do. How were your parents receptive to that? Like, what was their reaction? And family?
My sisters never cared about it. My mom didn't show like she cared about it. She didn't want to put her stress on me like, I don't want you to do this. I wanted you to go to school. But you know, you're grown.
Right.
I don't want to get involved in what you're doing. If you feel like this is what you want to do, that's fine.
So low-key, it wasn't what she wanted, but
to
she
do.
still was trying to be supportive.
She was trying to be supportive. She didn't just know how to go about it at that time. You
Right.
know? But
That wasn't my fault.
but yeah, my dad didn't take anything to it because
Right.
he's not here at that time to support or to tell me what to do. Because half of my life, my dad has been telling me what to do.
Right.
You know, I was groomed that way. So this one, when I said, oh, I want to become a tattoo artist, it was like, I paid all this money for you to go to school just for you to become a tattoo artist. You know,
Right.
But it's not much for him to really do because he was not in the state.
Right, right.
So I was like, but to me, to be honest with you, as an African growing up, and a lot of African would say this: if you're not a doctor, lawyer, a scientist, you know, your parents, it's easy for your parents to abandon you and be like,
Right,
you know
right.
what I'm
Because
saying?
it's not. Those are the prize jobs to them,
Pretty much
and that's what they see as the best route for you.
for you,
But
yeah.
to an extent, I get what parents are doing when they're trying to steer you into the lane of success, but they gotta understand as well that what's best in your mind for me is not what's
not what-
actually best for me.
Very true.
All the time. You
Very
get what I'm
true.
saying?
You-
But we
you-
do understand that they really want the best for us. So even though sometimes it comes off as like we always add it and trust, we understand, but we just gotta have it our own way. 'cause
Correct. Yeah.
It's our choice.
And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't understand it until when I grew up a little bit better and, you know, taking care of my kid. That's when I was like, okay, I gotta give him his choice just like everybody else. So
Right.
you get to understand it a little bit better, man.
Okay, so like you was going into the Ink Master part of things,
Yeah, man.
I was gonna ask like who were some tattoo artists that you were looking up to or is still looking up to this day, like that inspired you becoming a tattoo artist?
Number one was Tim, And then there's this other dude, I always forget his name, that was on Ink Master too. He won it like 3 times, and he became a judge too.
Okay.
To it. But for me, mostly it was the local artists that inspired me when I started. It was not anybody like a celebrity.
Huge.
You know, it was the likes of you.
Right.
You know, Kabanga Ink.
Right.
Shout out to him, man. It's been a
Big
minute.
up to Kabanga
Yeah.
Inc. It's been a minute
been a
since we linked up.
Yeah.
I mean, I seen him on the media and stuff.
Yeah, that's about it too. You
Yeah.
know, so you, Kabanga Inc., Tattoo Louie, who else? What's his name? Smush.
Smush,
You know,
yeah.
because I was just getting into him. Shout out to Art Flow too. Art Flow is another one that lives around here. So these were the artists that inspired me because they're local artists. I'm able to relate to them, and I'm
Right.
seeing the growth. Because me and you probably came into the game the
Same exact time, yeah.
So it was like me seeing your growth, and I'm like, my man is growing fast.
Right.
And I'm right behind him. You know, let me keep doing what I'm doing because we're in the same spot. And we used to talk all the time about how things supposed to go.
Right.
You know, so these were the people that really influenced my career because once I started getting better, I started being like, so what's next?
Right.
You know, but these people actually helped me. Local tattoo artists helped me better than the celebrity tattoo artists that we look on YouTube and on Ink Master.
When you say local tattoo artists helped you though, in what way was it like? Were you like more like shadowing or just looking at their growth and just being inspired, or were they actually hands-on with giving you like
Absolutely, for me, it was the growth.
right?
Right. The way
Just the fact that you see
I
them
see
doing
them
it
doing
and you
it,
believe
you know,
you could
I
do
believe
it
I
too.
can do it too.
Okay.
One of the people that actually helped me when it comes to hands-on was Gabanga Inc. and you, because I used to come to you and watch you work and all that stuff too. So those helped me to see like the actual, but because of social media these days, you don't really need to be
Yeah.
in the shop with them.
Right.
Because some of them post pictures of videos and all that, so you can see that.
I don't even have to see the way I learn. I don't even have to see the artist like post like a tutorial. I could just like visually see how they achieve
how they
a certain
achieve
thing.
it. So these were the
Yeah.
drive that got me like.
So if I just see like just a short 10 seconds, 15 seconds of you whipping, I
I'll
get
catch
the
it.
emotion and
Yep.
everything, and that's it for me. You don't
there
need
you
to
go.
tell me nothing.
Yeah. So it's the same. It was the same drive for me. I don't have to really be with the artist. I just have to see how their work is going, and I'll go back. So what I used to do is I'll go back on your work,
Right.
seeing like last week
Right.
you did a lion, and
Right.
then this week you did a lion, and I'll compare both.
Right.
I'm like, okay, there's a lot of growth there. I want to be like him.
Oh,
Oh, I
okay.
want to be better than him.
Right.
So that was the motivation for me.
Right, okay. All right, so you definitely answered all the questions right there. Were you self-taught or were you taught by
Yes,
another
I was
tattoo
self-taught by
artist?
YouTube.
Okay. So now for this part for me was definitely like an experience. So walk us through like your first time doing an actual tattoo, like your very first time. What was the experience like? How did you feel? Did you feel confident, nervous? How did the tattoo come out?
Crazy. My first experience was the experience that made me realize that tattooing was for me.
Was.
First one.
Okay.
First one. Because my first one was on my girlfriend. I was working on a thick skin, right? And was not coming out the way I wanted. At
Right.
that time, you don't know what are the pros and cons. You know, the skin keep bouncing, you know, it's not a human. So I got frustrated and I was like, let me tattoo you. She was like, okay. She didn't budge, she didn't say, you sure? You know, none of that. So I did like a little heart,
Yeah.
you know, and put love on it. And I did it. The only thing she said was, you went too deep.
Okay.
But other than that, my line work was good. You know, everything else was good. So when I looked at it after I was done, I was like, yeah, this is my calling.
So you were pleased.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. After that, you know what happened? I gave her free 50 tattoos. Small tattoos.
Just for free.
For free.
Just
so I
to
can
get your practice.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it's crazy how you said about the fake skin and versus tattooing on real skin. And I always tell everybody that, because it's a lot of people that come to me about like advice on tattooing.
Right.
And I always tell everybody like, fake skin is not going to teach you what you really need to know. You get what I'm saying? Tattooing an orange or whatever is not going to teach you what you need to know. Because no matter how much you practice and you perfect it on fake skin, you don't actually start getting real practice until you go on actual skin. Because you see like how your girlfriend was able to tell you you went too deep, a fake skin can't tell you that.
Very true.
You get what I'm saying? Even as a tattoo artist, you're holding on to your client's skin and tattooing. You could feel like their skin giving you a response. Am I going too deep or not? Like you could feel the actual response. And then with real skin, you get a real-time experience of the weight, heels, and everything, which you don't get on a fake skin. And then you do a fucked up tattoo on real skin, you see how it heals, you know exactly what you did wrong and what you need to improve going forward.
Yeah.
So definitely that is something that I always advise people. The best practice you're going to get is on an actual person. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a good way to put it, because when it comes to like apprentice, when they ask me questions,
Right.
I tell them what you would do on fake skin is the same thing you would go. You're gonna make that as a block.
Okay, all right. No instructions.
But you see, it's the same thing with clients.
Right.
They don't follow instructions. I forgot my train of thought, man.
Exactly. All right. So, what are some challenges you faced in the beginning stages of your career? And like, what kept you motivated throughout the challenges?
First thing was patience. I did not have patience.
Right.
I tend to struggle with, I'm excited to do the tattoo and I want to see it right away. So taking my time to do the work was not there.
Like pacing yourself with
Pacing
the actual
myself with
technical.
the actual technical part of it.
Yeah.
Like I would do a tattoo that's
And
supposed
rush
to
it.
last for an hour. I'll do it in like less than 30 minutes.
And that's how you get tattoos ending up looking scrapey. And
Right, and then scars and all
Right.
that. Also, my major thing was patient, because also dealing with the client too. If you're not patient with the client, you are gonna get that tussle and
Right.
that was my major like problem that I had. Also, times where you don't have clients. And,
Right.
you're sitting down there, nobody's
Wondering.
booking you.
Hey, it was one time in my career where I literally used to text my clients and they used to like not have any money. I just give them the cheapest discount I could give them.
For
They
real.
don't have a ride. I'm going to pick
them up.
Pick them up, cause nigga, I need a
Look,
client. Like,
look, it was
I
not
need
about
work.
It's not even about the money. Like some of this new artists thinking that a client has to pay them.
Right.
Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Sometimes it's not about the money. It's just getting your work in, so you
Right.
see your progress. I'm more excited about seeing my progress
Right.
than you paying me, because I know when I see the progress and I post that, somebody gonna pay for that.
Right, right.
Like,
And you gonna get 5 more clients in the door.
there's
based
a
off
tattoo that I
one
did that
result.
went viral. The whole leg sleeve that I did. I'm gonna tell y'all now today, that tattoo was free.
Man, and you
It
probably
was
got
free.
100 clients
I had,
just off of that.
man, every females were like, I want something like that. I want something like that. And you kind of like base your price off of that now. Be like,
Right.
dang, 5 people don't hit me up for the same tattoo? All right, you know what? I'm gonna do it for the lowest. That was for $1,200. There was no price on it because I asked the girl, how much will you pay for this? She was like, yeah, I'll pay like $3,000 for this. I'm like, okay, but I'm charging $1,200, and everybody was taking the $1,200. So off of one free tattoo, I end up having probably like 20 different clients that paid the $1,200 for it. So it's like sometimes forget about the money. I'm gonna advise y'all. Every tattoo artist, nails tech, whatever you do that is an entrepreneur, forget about the money first.
Right.
And focus on the art itself. Because that art is what's gonna bring you
Focus on your brand.
more money. Focus on your brand, like you said, focus on your brand. Because if you don't have a brand and you're chasing the money, you're not going anywhere, period.
Facts.
You're not going anywhere. But yeah, man, my struggle was mostly patient, and I'm still learning that till today.
Me, I feel like the most struggle I had just like in the beginning stage was fathoming like why aren't my works looking like it looks on the drawing? Because I could fucking draw. You get what I'm saying? Like, I could draw, so like I'm on skin now and this shit not coming out how I want it. So like, what the fuck? Like, and it was so many times where I felt discouraged. But I just knew that it's a different ball ground and you just gotta learn to play on this ball ground.
Sure.
That's all it was. So I started studying the skin.
Yes.
Started studying the needle depth, all of that type of shit. And with study, I definitely jumped over that hurdle.
And you're very right, because you're not the only one that went through that stage. I believe every tattoo artist out there or every person that has a business went through that hurdle of why my work or why my nails are not coming the way I saw them online. But what we forget is, in order for us to achieve that, we had to be patient. We had to go back to the drawing board and see where we're making the mistakes and learn from that mistakes. Because I know me and you both were sleeping on YouTube till 5 a.m. in the morning. Because I was on YouTube, wake up, my phone right here, going back to sleep, my phone right here.
I used to watch YouTube in a way where when I walk outside, bro, I feel like a vampire. Like, my eyes have to adjust to outside. That's how I used to watch
Man,
YouTube.
True. Everywhere you sit, you have YouTube on your hand.
Literally.
Everywhere. You know, so y'all take note. It works, man.
All right. What would you describe your tattoo style as?
That's a good one. To me, I'm a black and gray realism, but also...
Skip that question for
Okay.
now. Skip that question.
All right, I'm going to skip that question. He said skip that question.
What does a typical day now look like for Leroy?
Man, freedom. Typical day is freedom. The reason why I said that is I wake up in the morning, I'm not worried about, damn, I got to go clock in, you know. My schedule is actually set. So I always come into the shop at 11 o'clock. That's when my first client is coming in. You know, I got about 30 minutes with my clients, you know, talk to my clients. So wake up, you know, shower, get myself prepped from home, read my Bible, because I'm big on the spiritual part. Read my Bible, you know, make sure I talk to God for the day and thank Him for what happened. Get to the shop. Maybe I already worked on the stencil the night before, but sometimes you don't really know what the clients really want. You know what I'm saying?
You might have to
so
discuss
you wait,
it prior.
you talk to the clients about it, and then you end up drawing it, stencil it out, and then go through the day. I tattoo fast, right? So tattoos that would take about 6 to 8 hours, I probably knock it out in 4 hours, right? But then I'm still learning, like I said, to slow down, pace myself, you know, make sure everything is right where it's supposed to be. After that, just hang out with the boys, man. You know, we chill, talk crap, laugh. The day ends and go home and do it again.
So, family structure. I heard you mention kids. How much kids you got, man?
I got one. I got a 12-year-old, man. I got a 12-year-old son. Yeah.
Damn.
I was out here.
How old are you, nigga?
I was out here bowling real quick.
How old are you?
How old does the camera think I am? That's a question we're going to leave for them. Let's see what the comments is.
Okay, so you got a son, man.
Yeah.
How do you manage like balancing work time, family time, and relationships?
Um, that's a good question because the way we work as a tattoo artist,
Right.
our schedule is 24 hours,
Literally.
7 days a week, you know.
Literally.
But to me, I built a structure where I don't care how it is. I gotta be at work at 7 o'clock. I mean, at 11 o'clock, and then I should be done working by 8 o'clock, so I can go back to my family and
Right.
work with it. As far as my kids, me and my son's mother were not together, so we do that back and forth. I get my kids when I need to, when he feels like he needs to be around me, and I always check on him, stuff like that. Also, the relationship wise, I'm learning, right? I'm growing. You've met me before. You see
Right.
the lady I was with. I'm learning that as much as I'm working for me to keep my family, she needs her own time too. She needs to be part of my schedule. That's the person I'm gonna build a life with. So I can't just abandon her just because I'm doing all these great things. She gotta be part of it. So I learned how to like share my time with her.
Right.
Let her be assured like, hey, I'm going to work. I'm coming back from work. I'm gonna be with you. So that's why I put my schedule the way I put my schedule. By mostly before 5 o'clock, I'm out of here. I'm home. I'm home with my lady. We're chilling, we're talking, we're trying to get to know each other a little bit better. But it's a lot of struggle, man, because when you're young, you're trying to build for yourself. You forget about everybody else. You forget about all the things that makes you what you are.
Right.
And then when you get to it, when you already built, you're like, yeah, I got money in my pocket now, I'm doing. But then you don't have the people
Feel
around
lonely.
you. You feel lonely, because you don't push everybody away.
Right.
And I'm happy that I get to learn this now because I was losing my mom, I was losing my sisters, I was losing my relationship because I was working so hard just for them not to be around me. And I'm a family person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm really appreciating the fact that I have my people around me now.
Man, I definitely could relate to that, and to an extent, I still feel guilty. Like I don't give
Duns.
my family enough time because I used to work 7 days a week. You remember when I used to work in the shop?
Yes.
7 days a week. Since I had my first daughter, I cut it down to just 5 days a week, just the weekdays. So the weekends I'm free. And since I took on the numbing cream business, though, it's still like I'm working 7 days a week, 24/7. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
it's
I feel
like
that.
I leave work and I'm supposed to just shut everything down
Instead you
and
go
focus my time to them. I still have to go deal with emails, marketing, and I'm there with them, but it's like I'm not
You're not there.
So I still feel like I'm not giving them enough time. And sometimes I feel so bad, bro, like where I be in the office, like marketing and shit, replying to emails, Instagram messages and shit. And by the time I leave the office and go into the room, my daughter is asleep.
Yep.
And it's like, damn.
And you know what's crazy?
Like, but I got to do this. Like, Daddy got to do this because I want you to live the life that I never lived.
You never, yes.
You get what I'm
Yes,
saying? So
yes.
it's like I can't ease up, but I need to find balance with that, bro.
You know what I learned? That's why I said I'm proud of you because this is a lot of work, creating content, tattooing, and making sure the numbing cream is selling and all that, right? You, like I said, we both, because I'm learning it now. When you find a structure, like when you go back to your schedule so what I've learned was, what do I need to do for the people that I love? Not what I need to do for the business.
Right.
Because the business is gonna stay there, but the people are not gonna stay there because we're all on borrowed time.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because, Father forgive, I can pass away. My business is gonna stay.
Right.
Somebody else is gonna take it. For example, the dude that owned Ink 14 that passed away, somebody else took his spot. But you know what you can't replace? You can't replace the time that you didn't spend with your family.
Right.
So I sat down and be like, okay, this is my schedule. This is what I need to do. But where does the family comes into that?
Right.
Right? I have the business, my business is making money, fine, but I need my family. So we need to find that balance because especially you that have 2 kids, and you have 2 girls, you have to show them what a man needs to be like. So when they grow up, they be like, I can't fuck with this nigga.
Right.
My dad better than that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to put that structure in place, you know, for it to be better. You know, but that works better for you as a man. You know what I'm saying? So me advising you as a brother is the business gonna be there, but find that balance for the family itself.
Facts. That's word. And I really want y'all to hear this part because this is also part of the mission of this channel. Humanizing the tattoo artists and your service professionals so y'all could have more fucking patience and more understanding when it comes to them, because I feel like a lot of y'all really just take tattoo artists for just robots just creating work, bro, like creating works of art, like, and y'all don't see the human part of us. Y'all don't see that we have families, we have personal shit that we going through, like, you get what I'm saying? So getting to know your artists and your professionals is exactly the mission of this channel.
Yeah.
Because you ever seen where you discover a new artist song and you fuck with the song so much and then you click an interview for them and you watch that shit and you fall so much more in love with them, like in connection, like you feel like, damn, I understand this nigga or her, like, you feel me? And that's the mission of InkSpired to InkSpire. So you could get to know your tattoo artists, your nail techs, your service professionals, like beyond the work that they create.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like what he's saying is pretty much, yo, like the same way you have to go do your nails, go do your hair, you want to take your personal time for yourself, you know.
We got
after
all
work.
of that
we
we
got
wanted to
all
do
of that.
too.
And one thing I'm gonna say is being a tattoo artist is draining. You guys don't understand the amount of work we put behind y'all designs. You know how many times you go to sleep, sometimes you will like get mad and got right back up. You get it right back up like 2 a.m. in the morning, be like, I just got the idea. And then go straight to your iPad and start designing. And then at the same time, you gotta wake up at 6 o'clock because you have kids that you gotta wake up and make sure they're fine before you go to work.
Right.
So please, that patient comes in good. We would love for you guys to be patient when you guys don't hear from us. You know, just realize, just be like, okay, family time is with them. Got people that be texting you like 12 a.m. at night.
Wanting you to get out of your house to come service
Like,
them.
bro.
We are humans. That's what we're saying, bro. We have personal lives too. But anyways, what are some memorable, or just one memorable tattoo that you did lately, like that left a stamp on your heart, or?
Man, I think the growth, I would say, I did one tattoo that I just posted when I said, you choose me as your artist, and this is what you get, right? Kind of make me remember because I did a rose, and then I did a lion and Jesus piece in one tattoo, right? It kind of like showed me the realistic part of me. It shows me the growth, because my rose look realistic. And then I capture the Jesus face and the lion, which is 2 hard elements to put in one in a realistic world, you know. So I kind of like look at it and be like, damn, I really grew.
I definitely
growth.
seen that, and I must commend you on that, because I've been watching the shit and I definitely see the growth. It's like a thing with me where I'll watch a certain artist for a certain amount of time, but if I don't see no growth, I stop watching.
You just stop watching them.
Like,
I do the same
I
thing.
unfollow you and I stop
I
watching
do the
because
same
it makes
thing
no
too.
sense.
Because we're supposed to all be growing together
Right.
or being better than each other, but not so far
Right.
that I can't keep up with what you're doing. Because I've been looking at your work. If all this content you've been doing, I'm like, when is this man gonna tattoo? And then you pop up with one tat. I'm like,
No, it's like
still got it.
sometimes you feel like I'm not working, but
Yes.
it's just the content brings in the viewers and
Correct.
the customers.
Yeah.
So the content comes first. You get what I'm saying? And just posting the raw tattoo nowadays don't get no clicks.
Yeah, right.
So you really gotta
You
post
gotta put that
content
clickbait
nowadays.
on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't post so
look,
much more like tattoos.
I'm gonna try to catch up with you, man.
All right, bro. So we are seeing like you a shop owner, and that I also gotta say I'm super proud of you on that, bro. Like, cause you're doing something right now that I'm scared of doing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
For various reasons, I'm scared of that, but I see you do it, and you're doing it to your highest potential. So what is it like being a shop owner?
Yo, it's scary.
I know.
Very scary.
I know, you ain't gotta tell me.
Being a shop owner is very scary. I'm gonna say it again, very scary. Now the reason why it's scary is because you're taking a risk and you don't know what the outcome is gonna be.
Facts.
You know, I mean, it's gambling, understand.
It's not just one
But
risk
it's
either,
not
bro.
one risk. You're looking at the element of you're gonna owe somebody for their space,
Right,
and then where are you gonna work
right.
if it didn't work out? And for me, the way it is I don't want to go backwards, right?
Right.
I don't want to go back to my basement. I want to just keep going
Forward.
right? Forward, and then you're coming into a position when you're working with different artists, different mindsets, different personality, different way of doing their things. You know what I'm saying? So you as the shop owner has to look at all these things and figure out a balance.
How to maneuver between.
How to go about it. Because the way I would talk to myself is not the same way I would talk to one of my artists, because they might feel disrespectful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's something I personally would definitely have a problem with, because I have this strict mindset about me. I'm even strict on myself.
Yes.
So it's like, I don't give myself no slack. So why the fuck am I gonna give you a slack, nigga? Like, you better pick that shit up. Like,
And-
you get what I'm saying? Like,
and I learned that from the first
people
shop.
gonna feel disrespected.
Yes.
So
Yes, man.
I definitely feel that.
I learned that from the first shop. You know, when I opened the first shop, I was always like, I was not business minded. I was people minded, friend minded. You're my artist. You're my friend, right? I'm not gonna be too hard on you, but then I'm forgetting
and
that.
that's your downfall.
That was
right
my
there.
downfall, because I was forgetting that. Wait, you're my friend, but we're in business.
Right.
At any point in time, you can say, yo, I'm out. I get to pick up the slack and pick up the bag and put it on my shoulder and work with it. Where on the other side, if I don't say, hey, yo, this is what's gonna happen, right? I will not get that bag to pick up, because you're
Right.
doing your thing, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I learned that from the first shop, and then you have to maneuver on it, you know what I'm saying? So being a shop owner it's amazing when you do it the right way, but it's terrible, because every day, I think about, dang, what if I lose all these artists?
Right.
I gotta pay this bill still. But then what drives me is, I didn't open the shop for them.
Right.
I opened the shop for me. So regardless, I still gotta be able to pay my bills without them.
Right.
Because at any time they can leave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you build a so beautiful, look, you build a beautiful relationship with your artist. You just came here. You see how we're laughing, and
I see the relationship.
the relationship is so there. We forget that we're not we friends or business partners. We're family, right? They hold me accountable
Right.
when shit don't go right. I hold them accountable when they don't take care of my space. I can go on vacation right now, brother.
And whenever you find a team like that will understand that this is family, we supposed to operate like family, but as family we supposed to care so much about each family member that we would not do anything to see their shit fuck up.
Yes, sir.
Like see their shit fall. Like we
Look.
gonna always protect each other.
Look,
But you have some family that just feels like, oh, we family, so I could fuck anything
Hey,
up, and you
trust
just pick
me.
up the slack.
Trust me.
And that's where the problem would come
Trust
in.
me.
Because too many friends and family are like that.
I sat down.
You get what I'm saying?
Yo, I sat down here. I'm like, look, they know. I told them, I was like, look, we are boys. We're all family here. But if the business is going in drain, you can shake my hand and walk out.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we're still working on business. We owe each other accountable. I come here and I see you doing trash work. I'm going to pull you to the side and be like, yo, I know you can do better than this.
Right.
You need to up yourself.
Right.
If they see me doing trash work, they be like, you know your name is Elevate, right? So
Right.
you better elevate your shit.
Facts.
So you know what I'm saying? So we hold each other accountable, which makes the works more easier for us. And I've been with these people now for 4 years. We don't fought. We don't curse at each other. I don't say, get out of my shop.
Right.
They don't say, fuck your shop.
Right.
And then after all of it, we sat back down and be like, look, dog, I apologize. I should have not been that way. They be
Right.
like, yeah, I see you too. I apologize. You know what? It's not going to happen again. If it's going to happen, it's going to be something brand new that we both don't know about.
Right.
We learn from it. and
Because
we move on.
new problems, new obstacles going
For
to
sure,
appear, but it
for
shouldn't
sure.
be something we talked about
Yeah.
a month ago. So yeah, definitely.
With that said, man, if you have people around you that is seeing that you're trying to make something out of it, they're holding you, don't let those people go, man. You know, keep pushing them, keep motivating them because they're motivating you too to be better.
Okay, so goals. Where do you want to take this, like this tattooing thing? Like, where do you see yourself, man?
I'm always telling myself when I turn 40, I'm supposed to stop tattooing. You know, I want to. So my goal for being a tattoo artist is to get as much younger tattoo artists to believe in themselves.
Right.
Because when I first started tattooing and I said I wanted to open a shop, all of the old heads that I know, they'd be like, you just started tattooing 2 years ago,
Right.
or less than that. Now you're thinking about opening a shop. You can't do that.
Because it's like almost like in their time, they wasn't able to do it
Yeah.
in that time,
You know what I'm saying?
that time
That
frame.
time frame.
And it's like, because they couldn't do it, they feel like you can't do it.
So
but
they be
it's a
like-
different mindset. It's mindset that makes things work.
Bro, they'd be like, you can't do this. But I did it.
Right.
I've been tattooing now for 6 years, you know, and I opened a shop. Not only one, I expand myself and open a bigger one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my goal is to reach out to this younger generation. Like, yo, whatever you decide you want to do, don't let nobody hold you. You know, keep pushing yourself. Like I said, when I turn 40, I want to stop tattooing. I want to make this become a franchise where the younger youth, I can give them my brand and they'll run away with it. You know, open their own shop. If I'm able to pitch in and be like, okay, this is how much I can put in for you so you can open your own shop and this is the percentage I need, you can do it. But that's my end goal. You know what I'm saying?
That's great. That's great. That's a vision. And you literally just said a part of the mission of InkSpired to InkSpire.
Yeah.
Just to inspire like the younger youths that's coming up, that's seeing this and feeling like this is what I want to do, but they don't believe enough. We trying to definitely get y'all to see that y'all could do this. You get what I'm saying?
Don't let nobody stop you, man. The only
Once-
thing that can stop you is your own brain and your own mindset.
Literally, because
That's it.
once you could visualize something, what I said to you
Yeah,
up there,
earlier.
once you could visualize something working for yourself, it don't matter what Leway say, it don't matter what ink surgeon say, it don't
Yeah.
matter what nobody else say.
It's all you.
You see it working, execute it like your brain sees it, and it's gonna work.
Yes,
and
sir.
believe.
You gotta,
That's it.
yes, you gotta believe.
Yep.
If you're prayerful, keep praying. You can't do it without prayers. Cause trust me, the ups and downs are gonna come, man.
Yep.
It's a whole bunch. When they're coming, they don't come like, I'll give you one today. I'll wait till next year when you've grown. I'll come back. They will come. One will come today, and you're trying to solve that one. Another one is following right away.
on.
So
I'm telling you, life is like a game, bro. Like, it's certain levels in life where it's just easy run through.
yeah, man.
And then there's certain life parts in life where it's just gonna be struggles behind struggles.
So much, man.
And once you understand that life is like that, you just gotta prepare yourself that whenever an obstacle comes, man,
You're gonna be able to treat
even if you try to overcome it and you fail, don't take failure from failing. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Take the lesson and move forward, because the lesson is going to teach you how to climb over that obstacle.
So
and
this
go
is how I
forward.
look at failure. Failure is a mistake for me to learn from.
Right.
It's not a mistake for me to stop learning. So anytime I fail, I look at it and be like, oh, where did I make the mistake?
Right.
I got you right there. Cool.
Facts.
Switch it,
Facts.
and then we'll keep it going.
There's 2 L's you could get out of a failure. Either a loss or a lesson.
Oh, lesson. Yep.
And you choose whichever one you want to take. But I always take
I
the
take the
lesson.
lesson, man. I take the lesson and grow real fast.
Yeah, but anyways, bro, what does tattooing mean to you beyond the technical aspect? Like,
Man, tattooing means a lot to me, man. Because, to be honest, if it was not tattooing, I don't know where I would have been right now. I'd probably be in jail.
right,
Because I was doing some dumb shit.
I probably would have been in jail or dead too. And then just seeing like the way tattoos, like your work transforms another person.
Another person.
It's so fucking fulfilling, bro. Like,
You know what's crazy?
especially a person comes in with a concept and you get that shit right down to the T and you see their reaction,
You know
bro.
what's
like,
crazy?
Crazy.
When that person come with a concept, they be like, look, this is what I have in my brain, but I don't even know what to do with it. They're telling you all these things. And you sitting down there, you yourself, it's like figuring out how to go about it. And then you finally sat down and you put it together. And you say, hey, this is what I got. And then you see their face.
See their reaction.
Like, oh, this is what I've been
Exactly
thinking
what
about
I
the whole
wanted.
entire time. But this is not the end of it, right? You start doing the work. And you're done with the work. And you take them pictures and you tell them, go look at it. And then you see their face just change. And you look at yourself, be like, I took what was in somebody's brain,
Right.
put it in my brain, put it in a piece of paper, and then not did I only draw it and put it in a picture, I put it on their skin.
Yeah.
So it's there forever.
Right.
That joy, bro. That joy.
That's fulfillment. And that's also one of the things that keeps me going when I feel drained and
Yeah.
demotivated. Like that keeps me
That keeps
going.
you going, man. It's a good feeling.
But talking about drained, how do you handle burnout as a tattoo artist, bro? How do you protect your mental health? Because that's something that when it comes to tattoo artists, a lot of y'all look past. Like, we go through it. So,
Yeah, mental health is important, man. Lately, what I found that worked for me was going to the gym, you know, playing soccer. I'm big on soccer, and also taking day off. So like on Sundays, I don't work. I play soccer and then come home, and then just chill. Like, let's say I go to church first, whatever the case may be. But I try to take that time off from tattooing, right? And also what I've learned was I don't have to come to the shop when I'm working. If I'm not working, I'll come and look at them and talk to them. That helped my mental too, because you put yourself in a space where other artists is going through what you're going, and you see how they're dealing with it. You're like, oh, maybe I should try that. It will work for me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons for me it's good to be in a space where other tattoo artists are. Because for most people like yourself that is in a spot where it's just you, it's more draining for you because you don't
I'll
have
tell you
nobody
that.
to talk to
I'll
after
tell
the
you that.
session is done with. Because you have those clients that comes in that gives you a headache.
right.
And then you have your, when you're done, right, you sitting down close to the next artist, you be like, bruh.
So my clients take me as their therapist. A lot of them, they take me as their therapist, and I be needing a therapist.
No,
sometimes.
I
So I
do
be
go to
taking
therapy.
them as therapy too, cause I be conversating with
You
them.
have
like,
to.
You get what I'm
you
saying?
have to. I have a
But-
therapist. I go to therapy now. Every Monday I go to therapy before I come in here.
I need to see.
You should, man. Hey, therapy is good for you. I never was on it. Never was for it. I was like, why you gonna go sit down and talk to somebody about your problem? Then you realize that when you talk to them and you walk out of that room, you feel like so much was taken off of your shoulder
Right.
and just laid on the floor, and then now you can walk. So you come in here, you know, when they're done talking to you and you have somebody else to talk to, you know, it helps a lot. Taking day off, man. Being an artist, take a day off. Even if,
Hey, even when I have a day off, I don't have a day off.
I know for you different.
It's like I be having like, even like, let's say a client does a no-show and I have the whole day to myself. My brain is working on 1,000 things, so it's still like I'm working, nigga. Like I'm not free, like. So that day off, it just don't make no sense.
Yeah.
But we gonna have to take a quick break,
Yeah, I'm
cause this laptop,
about to die.
yeah, and I need to charge it before we get back. But that was definitely boundaries. Do you have any personal rules or boundaries as a tattoo artist?
A few, yeah. Especially being a male tattoo artist, you come in contact with a lot of females. You gotta, you know what I'm talking about. You
I
gotta
was gonna
set
get to
boundaries.
that, but since you on it,
I mean, I'm just saying that's one of
No,
the
yeah.
areas you gotta, you know, separate that. Also, being a tattoo artist, for me, one of my boundaries is being when to be professional and when not to be professional. You know, there's some clients that are just goofy.
Right.
You just gotta enjoy the time with them.
right?
And then there's some clients that just want you to act professional throughout the whole situation.
Right,
Be
right.
that way. You know, also knowing your time, you know, set boundaries with your time too. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the clients play with your time.
Right.
For sure. Because these clients know when to play with your time.
And don't let them manipulate your time.
There
'Cause
you
they
go.
will try
They
to
will
manipulate your
manipulate your time, you know. So what I'm gonna say is pretty much whatever you think it's not safe for you to become a better artist, a professional artist, you should cross that line. You should like set a line gap, like boundaries on that. Whether it's for family members, it's your own tattoo artist, you know, it's your friend. You just gotta set a line to that, like so you don't get into it.
Okay, so you got to the point where I was trying to get at, where the women in the tattoo industry, bro, like, as a male tattoo artist, like, there's a bad stigma around the tattoo industry on a whole, where male tattoo artists don't know how to maintain professionalism when it comes to the women they see on a daily. Like, you see so many women in abundance. Like, how do you balance being professional and dealing with so many women per daily? How do you balance that?
I'm gonna be a real nigga and a real man right now.
Yeah,
We as men, we attract with our eyes.
right.
So when a female comes, they're looking good and all that, you're attracted to it, right? But you also have to know when you set that boundaries and look at it like this is a client, not some girl I can go hit on, right?
Right.
But also some of these females, they come with that mentality like, hey, my goal today is I'm gonna dress this type of way so this artist can look at me this type of way so I can get something out of it,
You
right?
get a free or
A free
discounted
tattoo or whatever whatever their mindset is, right? So to me, being an artist when I was growing, like, you know, my first year, and I'm seeing all these females come to me, bro, it juiced me up.
Right.
Like, damn, I'm having all these females around me, you know, I go ahead and talk to little shorties.
And naturally, like, if we're being real, like, naturally, we gon' be like that when we just start.
Yes.
But there has to be a point where we understand that we have a business.
For
and
sure.
We have a brand.
Yes.
And it's worth protecting, and it's worth,
And I had to learn that.
right.
I had to learn that real quick, like with these females. it was not so of what they're taking. It was also, like you said, protecting my brand.
Right.
Like when I gotta stop it, because I know artists that have been in the game for 8 years, 10 years, they're still falling into the same trend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But because I know my goal, I know at one point in time I just don't want to be a solo artist. I also want to be a tattoo artist that own a tattoo shop,
Right.
and I have to follow. You know, I have to be a leader so
Right.
they can follow.
Right.
They can see me in here flirting with my clients all the time. You know, some girls will flirt with you right then and then, but you have to know where it's appropriate, right? So the artists themselves look at you and be like, dang, okay, he's not tolerating, yes, he's cool and all that, but there's certain ways I can go about it because they're picking up from you.
Right.
If my boss can do it,
Right.
who am I not to do it?
I do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how they're going to look at it.
So you definitely got to lead by
Example. You know what I'm saying? And also, it put a strain if you have a relationship, which I had a relationship, it put a strain on my relationship. You know, because I was so indulged when I was young. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be honest.
Man say he was indulged.
I was indulged and enjoying this, and I forgot what the goal was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I had to track back.
Yeah.
Because I was losing my girl. I was losing everything that I have. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
because I was not focusing on the end goal.
Right.
You know, but yeah, the females, you just got to set up boundaries.
So, what about when you're being professional, but a female is pushing up on you? How do you handle a situation like that, especially in the work environment?
Okay.
Because if they pushing up outside of work or
That's
whatever,
different.
it's fair game, like, you know. But in the work environment, how do you handle a situation like that?
So this was my experience. When you first met me at the old shop, I had a room for myself.
Right.
When you're in a room of yourself, for me, what I experienced was it's easier for you to be manipulated, or you manipulate the person you're with because nobody else has seen what y'all two doing, right? So it's word for word. She can say, oh, he was the one flirting with me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be like, nah, she started it, but nobody was there for us to see exactly what was going on. So I thought about that, and it's like, if I'm in an open space, you can't keep that to yourself.
Right.
Somebody else close to me is gonna know what's going on. You know?
Right.
So it kind of like shed light on that pushing. Because when you're pushing and be like, oh, you're cute, you're all this, I can say, hey, you know, I appreciate it, you know, but my girl would not like you.
You know, it's so crazy. Just like you say, you could say she said this, or she could say you said that, or did this or did that. It's funny, I just shared an experience on TikTok the other day of this one time a client tried to like get at me to get a free tattoo. You get what I'm saying? She literally tried to seduce me to get a free tattoo. And at the time, I was in the stage where you was at, where we just explaining just now, where we just starting, so we just indulging and we just don't understand the mission of what we want as yet.
Yeah.
So my brand wasn't a thing in my mind at the time. Girl comes in, bro, and she literally tries to seduce me. I'm trying to just summarize it because I told it on TikTok already. I go boom, like I fall for it. Fuck the shit out of her. Get what I'm saying? And then she gonna ask me how much for the tattoo. I'm like, the same price we discussed on the Instagram. And she was like, nigga, we just you fucked up my hair and everything. At least a discount. And I'm like, we ain't discussed that, like, for the payment.
Right.
They wasn't talking about bread. I need my bread. Like.
Right.
So she asked for the cash app. She cash app me and she blocked me on everything. I never see her again. But the crazy part of that is I see in the comments where I shared the video, a girl literally said she would rather cry rape than to pay for the tattoo because we fucked and everything. She would rather cry rape.
See how you messed
and
up your
that
brand?
just shows why it's important as tattoo artists to just protect yourself and protect your brand, bro. Like,
No, because let's say he'd even go with it to the extent of y'all doing that.
Right.
Let's say it was the extent of you just flirting back.
Right.
She can go on your, when he decide for time for her to pay and she didn't want to pay,
Right.
she can go and make her own video and be
Right.
like, oh yeah, my tattoo artist started flirt with me, you know.
Right.
He tried to eat my blah,
Right.
blah, 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 blah. And at the end of the day, you were just flirting back.
Right.
That was it, you know.
Right.
So it can go different ways. But when we're young and we don't know where we're trying to go with it,
Right.
and we're so, because when you're a tattoo artist, right? When you're not a tattoo artist, you don't get this much of females that comes to you. So the difference is they come to you now.
Right.
First, you used to go look for them. Like you go to the clubs, you know. Now they coming in by the flock. So you like, I got the upper end now. So your mentality of branding goes out the window until you track back and be like, wait. I'm here for business.
Right.
Not for.
So
you know,
the reason why we see a lot of tattoo artists like still fucking up like that in that sense where they mixing business with pleasure and they being inappropriate on the job and shit is because they're not in tattooing for tattooing.
Facts.
Because you know, like, my purpose to tattoo is to inspire other artists that's coming up and to just feel that fulfillment for myself and provide for my family. And you get what I'm saying? That's
Yes,
my
sir.
reasons being in there.
Yep.
While their reason is I get a lot of bitches.
I got a lot of females. Yeah. Like I said before, I'm not sitting down here and be like, oh, those guys, I was in their shoes.
Right.
I was in their shoes. I get a lot of females. Like, yes, I used to get a lot of females, but now it's like more.
Right.
So I forgot about the branding part. So I had to track back and be like, wait, am I a tattoo artist that just want to be part of the fucking the females? Or am I a tattoo artist that really want to be different and bring something inspiring
Right,
to the
set
younger
yourself
youth, you know?
apart, yeah.
Like, you know, so I have to look at that and sit down and be like, wait, this is not the goal. The goal is to be this.
Right.
Not the other way around of what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying?
So I think that, I don't know if you look at it like this, but I would hope you look at it like this, bro. Like, whenever a slander goes out, like, I don't know if you have ever seen somebody get slandered on social media before.
Yeah, but
Like the big blogs and everybody have that shit running.
Yeah.
Multiple stitches, multiple people making videos talking about that specific person and
Right.
how unprofessional and
Right.
bad their reputation is. Just think about it. Do you want that for yourself? Do you want that on your business?
on your business.
You get what I'm saying? Because one thing about being an individual, but having a whole family,
Yeah.
that you're now gonna taint their image as well. Because if something goes bad about Leroy right now, the whole Elevate studio looks like shit.
There you go. I was
You get
actually
what I'm
going to come
saying?
to that.
So you gotta understand that, and once you understand that, then you will be able to split business over there, personal
Over
here.
there. Because I always
what
tell
I'm
them,
saying?
when one person do a fucked up tattoo, they don't go and say, oh, Leway did this fucked up tattoo.
I got it at
That got
Elevate
it at
Studios.
Elevate Tattoo Studio. So
Yeah.
now, even the dude that we were just showing you that do the dope ass tattoo,
Right.
now his name is part of Elevate Studio.
Right.
So he losing out a client. So again, these were things that I thought of and was like, yo, I gotta leave that lifestyle away
Right.
and focus on what's my future, what I really want it to be. So again, for the ones that are looking at me, don't be like, oh yeah, I'm just saying I used to be in that part.
Right.
Long time ago.
'Cause
I used to be.
everybody
We all do.
grows.
We
You get
grow.
what I'm saying?
But I'm in a growth now where that's not the goal. The goal is to be a better man, a better father, a better person in a relationship, a better business owner in every way I can, you know. So I'm not looking to go back to the old ways. I'm
Right.
just looking to build new habits, new trick, so I can be better for myself. I want to leave a legacy, bro.
Right.
I don't want somebody to know me for just owning an Elevate Tattoo Studio. I want
Right.
somebody that is gonna be like, yo, I went to Elevate Tattoo Studio, I did this there, and these people were taking care of me like
Right.
this. That's what I want.
Right.
Don't that feels better to you when somebody was like, I went to ink surgery and he did this dope tattoo. Like, this is a commemorating of my grandfather. I don't want to see anybody else doing it.
That's the fulfillment.
You forgot about the money.
Yeah.
You
That's what makes me feel complete. You get what I'm saying?
So,
Collecting the money is not what makes the job complete to me. It's giving you that feeling
Yes. So
of satisfaction.
that's where I'm at right now. So again, the new growth, the new elevate that is here is showing that the improvement of what I've been going through and what I'm trying to be now better on. You know, so yeah, but them females come in, bro.
Alright. How do you handle the emotional aspects of tattooing? Like, for say, like an emotional client, a disrespectful or rude client. How do you handle that? Because I feel like those are the parts of the business that don't really get shed light on. It's more of the client will come out and say how unprofessional and
Yes.
rude a tattoo artist or a service professional
Right.
is, but how do they affect us?
If you are giving out any type of service, this is the one thing I would say to them. Patience is your best friend. Because yes, we do meet those clients where they're just rude. No matter how you do whatever you do for them, it's not just acceptable.
Right.
To me, what I've learned how to do it is let them get their feelings out, let them get their emotions out. Because remember, emotions are being to express. You can express your emotion, but that doesn't mean it's factual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let them get that emotion. Oh, you this, you that. As long as also they're letting you create the work, you're in no space, you're in your mind space, like, oh, I'm creating the work that I know I'm supposed to create, right? After that is over with, you know you don't have to deal with that person anymore. You know, I don't block my clients. If you act some way, right? Cool. Yeah, I understand, you know, this is what it is. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the work done. We're going to figure it out. All the peace and quiet, you know, I'm trying to give myself the peace and quietness, not you.
Right.
You know, once we're done with the work, right? After we're done, I text you and be like, hey, it was a pleasure meeting you, but I appreciate you coming in. From moving on from now, I will not be able to offer you any of your service anymore. Thank you very much. What I used to do
That's a good way to go about it.
What I used to do was get mad. I don't want to fuck with this client anymore. Right where I'm doing the tattoo, I'm getting mad. It's throwing me off my game. So now I can create what I wanted to create in a better way. So now you getting mad that I'm unprofessional. My work is not going to come out to show really that I did a good work. Because also I'm unprofessional with my mindset.
Right.
So now I'm just rushing to get the work done so I can get you out of there.
To me, if a client is overly disrespectful or rude or just not understanding, I cannot find the space in my mind where I could be comfortable to work with you at all.
Yeah?
If you're here in front of me at the appointment, I'm giving you back your deposit. It's not worth my mental strain.
Yes.
Go to somebody else, bro. That's it.
So that's
It's
good.
not worth it.
Don't get me wrong.
I'm going to be there doing this tattoo, and inside my head,
Mindset is yes.
I feel disrespected and I want to say something.
Yes.
I'm drained. I don't want to do this tattoo. I'm not doing that shit to myself to please you. You just disrespected the fuck out of me and didn't give a fuck.
You know,
You get what I'm saying?
like
So,
I said,
I'ma
everybody have a
be-
way of going through it, right?
Right.
I used to be that way, right? But once I start going to therapy and understanding their different ways of reflecting stuff, right? It started working for me in a different light.
Right.
Cause I was bad with patients. They know me. Not even the clients, my own tattoo artists.
Yeah.
No, I go toe to toe. You say something, I got something to come right back at you. Even my friends know this. You say something, I got something right back at you. But then I realized that not every energy needs an energy.
Right.
Some energy, when they give you the energy, you just need to be quiet. It puts itself out, right? So for me, what I do is I put myself in that mind space where the work is dope. It's gonna give me my views. My energy is gonna be dope because this is something I really want to work on, right? So whatever you're talking about, I block it out and focus on the tattooing. When I'm done with the tattoo, then I come back with my sweet, soft message. Because now when you go on the internet and be like, oh, he's unprofessional, he's this, is that, guess what I post? The sweet, soft message. Who's not gonna relate to that? Be like, wait. You're saying he's unprofessional, but I just saw the message where he said, hey, I appreciate your time.
Right.
He literally said he appreciates your time for being here and all that, but he doesn't want to work with you anymore.
Right. I feel that's a way to go about it.
It's you now on you go fight with them. I'm not fighting with nobody anymore.
No, I'm not fighting with them.
No, I'm just saying
It's just-
she go fight with them.
It's just me personally. I have a way where I'm putting myself first in the situation.
Understandable.
My mental health first.
Understandable.
Because if you talk to me a certain type of way, whether in the message thread or in front of me or whatever, like, just disrespect me, bro. Like, it shuts my whole mood off you off. So it's like, I cannot give you this
What
work.
you work, yeah. I'm gonna give you another example,
You
right?
get what I'm saying? So I'd rather give you back your deposit and you be on your way. Find another tattoo artist.
I'm gonna give you an example. We had a drunk guy come in. Long story short, right? This dude was drinking while one of my boys tattooing him, right? And he tried to get out the chair and he fall off the chair, mess everything off. But we've been telling him, yo, if you're gonna go keep coming out, go in your car and all that, we already know he was drinking. We're not gonna tattoo you. So he got to the point where it's toxic. So when he fall off the chair, the last time we're like, okay, man, you gotta go, right? We're trying to walk him out. This dude start cursing at us and all that. And since I'm the owner of the shop, I have to be patient. Man took money. He was like, you think it's money? I got money. Grab a whole bunch of money, right? Bro, he smacked the money. He smacked the whole entire money on me.
Yeah.
My artist was heated. He wanted to, I just put my hand back. I was like, it's okay. Let him go. We're going to walk him down. We walk him down the stairs. After everything was done, they'd be like, bro, this man throw money at you. That's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
And you didn't smack him. I start smiling. They're like, bro, it's not a smiling matter. But this is what I taught them. This is what I said to them. I was like, this man is drunk, right? If I would have smacked him and he hit his head really bad, we had to call the ambulance. Everything that we had that was a proof of us doing the right thing went down the drain. Because nobody's not going to see that. They're just going to say, we just smacked this man and then now he's cold.
Right.
Guess what happened? Elevate Tattoo smarked their clients. They killed their clients. They put their clients in coma. All the bad things you don't want to be involved in the name is involved. They're not going to say Leway did it. They're not going to say Tone did it. They're going to say Elevate Tattoo Studio. Which means now we're bringing the government in to shut our business down.
Right.
Is it worth it?
It's not worth it.
That's how I looked at it.
It's not worth it, for sure. That's a good way to look at it, bro. Anyways, get into the final part of it, man. Is there anything young Leroy right now, like you right now, is there anything Leroy right now would tell his younger self back then?
Yeah, for sure. First thing is, I'm proud of the young Leroy. Because if it was not because of the young Leway, I would not be here right now. So all those mistakes that I made was a learning lesson to me.
You needed to.
I needed to make all those, you know, whether it's family-wise, relationship-wise, you know, being a businessman-wise. I really appreciate all that, and I'm proud of myself. What I'll say right now is this new Leroy, or this new Leway is keep doing what you're doing, stay on the path, you know, focus. Do it for yourself. Don't do it for nobody else. You know, a growth, you're not doing growth because you want to please anybody. You're doing growth because you want to please yourself. So when you look back and be like, damn, I did this.
Right.
You know, so for me, young Leroy, I thank young Leroy. All them craziness.
That's me. I say the same thing. Like all my experience taught the knowledge that I know right now.
Yeah.
And it's nothing that I did that I regret.
No, none.
one
I will
thing.
not take one back. You know what I'll do? Instead, I actually pray and be thankful for the young Leroy.
Right.
Whether if young Leroy would have been in jail and been out, I still would have not have this experience.
Right.
And I'm thankful for the Maker, for protecting me through all that. I didn't go to jail. They never called me on camera saying I'm doing something crazy. I didn't kill nobody. I didn't shot nobody.
Right.
So yeah, I'm thankful for young Leroy. That's all I'll say. I'm not changing anything, bro.
That's
It was meant to be. It was meant to happen.
That's fact. All right. What would you give as advice to like aspiring tattoo artists? What would you say to some tattoo artists that's wanting to join the game but just don't know how?
For those coming, those
Or
new
even
artists.
in the game right now.
For those new artists coming in, I'll say consistency is the key. Look, let nobody fool you. Tattooing, right? The way I look at it, you can make a lot of money or you can make no money.
Right.
It's all about how you sell yourself, right? I take myself out as an example. I've been in the game for 6 years. Look at all what I've accomplished. I didn't accomplish it because I was good at it.
Right.
It's just because I was staying consistent on what I believe in.
Right.
So whatever you believe in, whatever you think is right for you, don't let me stop you. Don't let Ink Sergeant stop you, like he said. You the one that is gonna have that mindset of where you wanna go. So if you started tattooing today and you said, I wanna be the best tattoo artist in the game, take that mentality and run away with it. Put yourself in a structure. What are the things that I need to do for me to be this best tattoo artist that I wanna be? And work on it. You know what I'm saying? Write it down. Write your goals down and keep it going. I'm saying this because when I used to come up, I never used to write my goals. But as I'm growing, I'm getting better. I need to put them down so I can visually see them.
Right.
So every time I see them, I'm like, yeah, I need to work on it, keep it going.
Right.
So young artists, man, there's nothing you can do that's gonna be different. It's not a magic for you to get where we at.
I would definitely say to them that if you're interested in becoming a tattoo artist, make sure it's something that you're passionate about.
Yes, sir.
And not the fact that you see InkSpired making a lot of money, Leroy making a lot of money, like, oh shit, I could make money out of this shit.
Yes,
oh
sir.
yeah, I'm gonna go be a tattoo artist. Don't be that motherfucker, bro. Make sure it's something that you love.
For sure.
Something that you know you're gonna be passionate and driven about. Because that's what's going to give you longevity and make you even see growth in yourself. Because if you're not passionate about it, you will never grow. You just come in it and you scraping for the money.
Yeah.
And by no time you fall right off because we not seeing no growth in your work. We not seeing no improvement in everything. And the client's going to see it too. So how long do you think you get what I'm saying? So be passionate. Make sure it's something that you're truly into and want to do.
Yeah.
And not just because, we get a lot of girls, we get a lot of money. Don't do it for that.
Like, think about it this way. People make money fast, like drugs, drug dealers. But that was not their angle.
Right.
The angle was they want to make money, but the angle is they have something else that drives them. You know what I'm saying? So if you're coming into tattooing for the likes of the money, trust me, you're gonna make that money. But how long you gonna last?
Right.
Because it's not something you can just make. Let's say you do it for 1 year, you become a billionaire. No, tattoo artists don't become a billionaire.
And the thing is, the passion that I'm talking about, it's the passion that's gonna make whenever you come upon these obstacles that's in the fucking game. Because y'all think it's just a smooth flowing game or an easy player. It's not an easy player, nigga. Like, it's parts in the game that get hard as fuck. What do you know about the dry seasons as a tattoo artist?
Slow season.
The slow season.
Right now.
Right now. What do you know about
now?
not knowing how the fuck you gonna meet your monthly quota?
Yes.
What do you know about that? Like, what do you know about mental blocks where you're just so you're not driven creatively, but it's the passion that's gonna pull you through that.
You got days where you don't even want to tattoo.
Literally.
The days you gotta go into the shop, but you don't want to tattoo. But because of the passion you have for it, you be like, look, I have no idea, I have no shit but what this client is talking about today.
Right.
But I'm gonna make something shake.
It's the passion.
You know what I'm saying?
All the obstacles that you're going to face, it's the passion
It's the
that's going to
passion
get
that's
you to
gonna drive
overcome
it,
those, man.
man.
I'm telling you.
Look,
So you have to be passionate.
you gotta be passionate about it, like you said. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. You can't do anything about that.
All right, so any upcoming projects, bro? Like anything that you're working on that you want the people to know about or look out for?
So far, I'm still working on the new shop. You know, there's still things that need to be in place. We're gonna have the grand opening coming soon. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, man, my main goal was to get the shop how I want it to be. Let the artists be in here and then start getting themselves familiar with it. Nothing yet that is, you know, in my head other than to take vacation. Because I need to go chill, even if it's for 3 days, man.
We need to go to Jamaica together, bro. I'm not gonna hold
I'm
you.
serious, yeah. I'm
We
feeling
need to go to Jamaica together, and we gonna plan that. Like,
for sure.
It's gonna be a movie.
For sure.
We gonna plan
Look,
that.
I
We
love.
we gonna vacate, and we gonna dedicate a few days to give out some work in
Yes,
Jamaica.
yes. You know
But
what?
we gonna plan that.
I'm down for that, bro.
Yeah, we
we
gonna
need a
do
vacation,
something
man.
like that.
Because we work too much for us not to have
Literally.
a time for ourselves, man.
All right, so that's the end of the interview, bro.
Yeah,
Let the
man.
people know where they could find you on social media.
Again, my name is Leway Tattoos. You can find me on Instagram at Leway_tattoos. You can also book in there because my link is also there, which is LewayTattoos.com. Also, Elevate Tattoo Studio. I got a bunch of artists here, great artists. You're gonna love the vibe in here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man InkSurgeon for actually hitting me up for us to do this. This was fun, man. I appreciate you,
It was
man.
a good conversation.
Of course, you
dog.
know, it's every time we link up, it's an amazing time. You know, thank you guys all, man, because without you guys, we would not be here having fun.
We
you know,
cannot be us without the people.
y'all support our dreams, man. Y'all support us since we didn't know how we gonna even do this tattoo stuff. When we're doing fake lines, we thought we're the shit. But I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in.
But yeah, guys, that is it for this interview with Leway. And there you have it. Just remember, guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yes,
And it
sir.
was InkSpired to InkSpire. I'm your host, InkSurgeon. This is the platform where we have a voice, we have a choice, and the choice is to uplift those
Come on.
on the rise. You see me? So, big up on yourself.
Inspired to inspire.